So, Caitlin Clark is officially ruled out for Sunday's game. I want to make a longer video talking about this right here, the full statement from Caitlin Clark, but answered it in the literal most perfect way possible. I don't think Caitlin Clark could have answered that question or could have said it in a more perfect way. I really don't. I don't think Caitlin Clark could have answered it more perfectly. So shout out to her, and I'm very, very glad again that she went, it was the fever, and then she immediately, she said it before being asked any questions so that she can control the narrative. So that she's not, she didn't have to go and, answer a question which was essentially framing her as the devil. But first of all, one of the more important things for the basketball part of it is this.
Back into practice today, and then feeling a lot better, excited to get back into practice today, and then feeling really, really positive about getting back into one of the games at the back-to-back. Obviously, difficult coming back in a back-to-back, so we'll have to be cautious of that.
Obviously, she's not going to play against the Phoenix Mercury. Obviously, she's like, get back for one of the games in the back-to-back. She's not playing against the Phoenix Mercury. Let's make that very clear. She is not playing against the Mercury. She's going to play the Sparks. For everyone's sake, she's not playing against the Mercury. Fuck it, she might not even be in Phoenix for that. Go to the wedding. Go to the wedding and get back for the Sparks game. You're good.
But I feel a lot better, and like I said, excited to get back into practice, and this week has been very helpful for my overall health. So other than that, if you guys have any questions, I know I kind of just ranted for a while.
Caitlin went on like a 5 minute long like thing talking herself. But I said here, this is a great sign. She says she's feeling really positive about returning one of the games to back-to-back. We know the back-to-back is the Sparks, who are a bad team, and the Mercury. She's not going to come back for the Mercury. She's not going to play the Mercury game. Like, she basically, as good as said, she's not playing the back-to-back. And at the same time, like, she's not playing against the Aces. She probably will play the second game against the Aces. But the reality is it's probably going to be Angel Wilson versus Caitlin. And then Fever without Caitlin versus the Wings without Asia. Or not the Wings, the Aces without Asia. But it is a very, very interesting one here. But no long-term risk for the injury. It says let's not bring her back for the Phoenix for her first game. That's not going to happen. Let's be very clear. Like, she's smart about this whole thing. First of all, like, let's be honest. Stephanie White has coached Alyssa Thomas. They know who Alyssa Thomas is. It well and truly is a thing where it's like for her own safety, and she's not going to want to come back and play. She's going to want to ease into it. She's going to want to play a game where she can play 25 minutes, which is the Sparks game. She's going to want her matchups on the defensive end to be Chance Gray and Ariel Atkins. Maybe not. Ariel Atkins probably taking Kelsey Mitchell, and Erica Wheeler, and Jiyoung Park. Is Jiyoung Park? Is that her first name? But Park. Like, she's going to have piss take matchups. Like, she's just going to be out there cooking. She could sleepwalk to 20 and 10. She could absolutely sleepwalk to 20 and 10. But that's the big thing. Is that what you kind of want? The only thing is, though, is that obviously, look, if Caitlin Clark is I don't think she's that hurt. It's as simple as that. I don't think she's that hurt. I think she's kind of she's basically dealing with injuries, and by the sounds of things, with everything, is that a lot of these times people are like, oh, the team are sitting her out. She wants to play, and her medical team are saying no. My guess is that if we're being real, it's probably on her. It's more likely that it's on her that she's not feeling 100%. And after last season, I don't think her and I don't think the Fever organization, I don't think both sides are going to want Caitlin to play unless she's 100%, because last year she played at 60-70%, and the Fever were, I'm not going to say they were worse with her, because they weren't, but like she had her worst season, and not only did she have her worst season, the Fever were just were kind of screwed in the playoffs, because let's be honest, like you can dogfight your way to a win in a best of 3 series. You're not going to dogfight your way to a win in a best of 5 series unless the other team's stinking it up, which the Aces did. Like the Aces team that rocked up in the finals. Like I don't think people understand. Like everyone thought it was a foregone conclusion the Mercury win the finals last year. The Aces were terrible against the Fever, and they were even worse against the Storm. Like however bad they were against the Fever, they were even worse against the Storm. Like if Neko Wumake remembered that she has to box out, and Skylar Diggins realized that Dominique Malonga is wide open under the basket for game, the Seattle Storm are probably in the WNBA finals. Might have won the WNBA championship last year. But yeah, look, it is a good sign anyway with Caitlin that she's, taking this a bit seriously, because look, I'm going to be honest, the Fever are making the playoffs, but they're not going to be a high seed. They're just not. They are in the bracket of the Dream and the Wings. None of those teams can put together 4 quarters of good basketball. It doesn't really matter who they're against. It doesn't matter whether Caitlin Clark's there or not. It doesn't really matter. Neither of these teams, like none of those 3 teams can put together 4 quarters of good basketball. They can put together a quarter where they look like the best team in the league. All of them have the ability to do that. There's a big difference between them and what the Aces can do. And even the Valks. Like, the Valks look like they can put together... The Valks can put together 4 quarters of bad basketball. Any team's capable of doing that. But none of the... Other than the Wings... You know what? I'm not even going to say in the Wings game where they beat the Aces. Like, the Dream have had a couple of games where they put together 4 quarters of good basketball. The Fever haven't yet this year. And I don't feel like the Wings have yet this year. I think the Wings and the Fever are essentially the same team. But yeah, look, this is an interesting one. And this is kind of a big deal that Caitlin's out, because obviously for fans in Vegas, you're not going to see Caitlin. That being said, for fans of Caitlin Clark, she's almost certainly going to be back for that Sparks game on Wednesday. So 2 weeks out. That's a good one. 2 weeks out, come back for the Wednesday game, and then go and play on Saturday as well. Like that's kind of what you want to see. Go play Wednesday, go play Saturday, and then I think it's the following Wednesday or something that they play again. I just need to see their schedule. When are their games? So they play on Sunday. They play Sunday, then they play Wednesday, then they play Thursday, then they play Sunday. And then they play Wednesday. So, like, playing 2 games, going and playing on the Thursday, or on Wednesday, and then going and playing on Sunday, in the following Wednesday. That's kind of what you want to see in terms of, like, just pure health, because you then have a game on the Friday. You then have another back-to-back. Shit, let's realize by Wednesday, then they play back-to-back. And then they play Wednesday. When is All-Star Weekend? All-Star Weekend is Saturday, July the 25th. Okay, cool. So they play a back-to-back, then the game on Wednesday, and then it's All-Star Weekend, then it's Tuesday. Okay, cool. Cool. But yeah, look, the extra month of this season, starting earlier, is crazy. But look, after the Fever kind of come out All-Star Weekend, they don't really have a break. They've got they've got a Sunday to Thursday break from August 2nd to 7th. But after that, it's like 6th. After that, there's not that many breaks. They play a lot of games. But anyway, I'll see you guys.